the state of Kerala. I cordially welcome Engineer Ajith Gopi, Vice Chairperson, IEEE Kerala Chapter, on behalf of Team Orion 2.0. Now, I would like to introduce to you Dr. Sobha Manakkal, Vice Chairperson, IEEE Kerala Chapter. I welcome you, ma'am, on behalf of Team Orion 2.0. With great honor, I welcome our next dignitary, Mr. Dr. Boby Philip, Secretary, IEEE Kerala Chapter, on behalf of Team Orion 2.0. Our WIP Activity Coordinator, Professor Nafeesa K, is one of the vibrant personalities of IEEE Kerala Chapter. Ma'am, I welcome you on behalf of Team Orion 2.0. The dynamic personality whose vision is to inspire and encourage women to pursue a career in their field of interest. I cordially welcome Engineer Staji Wilson, Sub-Regional Representative, IEEE WIP, on behalf of Team Orion 2.0. A high-spirited leader and a supporter of IEEE PSYP, I warmly welcome Engineer Anandhu S. Kumar, Activity Coordinator, IEEE PSYP Kerala, on behalf of Team Orion 2.0. The backbone of PS Student Leadership Team 2021, who always focused on betterment of our performance. With huge pride, I welcome Engineer K.S. Saran, Student Activities Coordinator, on behalf of Team Orion 2.0. Lastly, I would like to welcome the IEEE PS Kerala Chapter Student Leadership Team 2020, IEEE PS Young Professional Community Kerala, Student Leadership Team volunteers, interns of IEEE PS Kerala Chapter, and all the participants of Orion 2.0 who have come to grace this auspicious occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, Vignesh.
Engineer Suhair AK, Chairperson, IEEE PS Kerala Chapter, is also the founder treasurer of IEEE Kerala Section. He was an active member of IEEE UAE section and even contributed to the publication of its first newsletter. He has also served as the chair of IEEE PES UAE chapter. Under his leadership, IEEE PS Kerala chapter won the Outstanding Chapter Award. Sir, it is an honor to have you among us. I now invite Engineer Suhair AK for the presidential address.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Beloved Thiago, Simay, and my colleagues in IEEE, good day to all. We are still in the grip of the second wave of a pandemic, casting its spell on small and large countries across the world. No nation in the world is spared of its virulent attack, though the intensity varies from place to place. How long will it take for this second wave to subside or the third wave to take over? Nobody knows. The world has to move on. The wheels have to be set rolling. It is under the above adverse circumstances that our entire youth team set forth under the banner of PS Kerala Chapter and Women in Power, IEEE PS Kerala Chapter, to launch the second edition of our signature event, Orion, a 6-day online technical festival for all IEEE student members, scheduled from 27th of May 2021 to 1st of June. As mentioned earlier, the event is divided into 4 categories comprising of various competitions to showcase skill sets and talents of our students. This event is aimed to provide a platform for the students to exhibit their technical leadership and soft skills, and also to promote camaraderie among them. It is just not a competition only, it is grooming your future. The importance of soft skills in employability is very well known. A recent Harvard study indicates that the employers prefer, or employability depends on 85% the soft skills rather than the technical knowledge. So participation in this event is really preparation for your future. So take it seriously and benefit from all its good sides of this competition. Compared to Orion 1.0, which was a 3-day event, the Orion 2.0 is a 6-day event with a registration double of the first event. I think it is more than 1,300 people have registered for this event, this program. A lot of effort has been spent in organizing, conceptualizing, conceiving, planning, and I congratulate each member of the team for their commitment and dedication. I do believe that the organizers and participants will be very happy about the outcome of this program. We are truly blessed by the presence of two global PS leaders, Thiago and Simay, who are leading the young soldiers of the PS forces. We are grateful to you for raising the occasion and inspiring our youngsters. PS Kerala chapter started in 1999 with just 12 members. In 2015, we were around 400. In 2021, we are heading towards 4,000. Students are our warriors, YPs are our swords, WIPs are our grace and charm, seniors are our knowledge bank and wisdom. We integrate very well to share knowledge and friendship as the essence of the professionalism that is important today. PS is determined to groom our youngsters as true professionals. All of you stay with us. Wishing you a very fruitful and enjoyable time ahead. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words. Next up, Professor Nafeesa, Head of the Department, IEEE, MESC. She is the Women in PAC Coordinator of IEEE PES Kerala Chapter and also the advisor of IEEE PES SBC MESC. We would now like to invite you for the introductory remark. We welcome you, ma'am.
Am I audible, Alina?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Respected Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Thiago Ribeiro, Messima Akbar. Respected President of the day, Suhair sir, Sobha ma'am, Ajith sir, Boby sir, Staji, Anandhu, Saran, Vignesh, Alina, Devika, and all the coordination committee of Orion 2 who are working behind the screen day and night to make this event memorable. All dignitaries and participants, happy good evening to one and all. I'm so proud and happy to be in this much awaited occasional inaugural ceremony of Orion 2. Orion is actually the second edition of our signature event. This is actually a 6-day event organized by the Women in Power community of IEEE PS Kerala chapter. Our chapter is not only the biggest chapter with more than 3,200 members, it's also unique in organizing diverse and novel programs to strengthen IEEE family both technically as well as socially. Though general community is bothered about the increased number of technical hands passing out of the various engineering institutions, technically it can be perceived as a sorry for that step. It can be perceived as a reserve for technical hands to find immediate and effective solutions without much time lag. It is evident from the products and programs developed in handling COVID-19 pandemic by engineers. To have a balanced human being along with the technical skills, soft skills should also be developed, for which IEEE PS is an appropriate platform. Orion 2 is designed to achieve this objective, and I wish that its purpose will be served to its full extent. I appeal all the student members to actively participate and get trained in various such programs in future also. I also take this opportunity to congratulate the vibrant PES YP and student teams who are really doing a wonderful job. Thank you all. Over to you, Alina.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your words.
Next we have currently the Vice Chair of PSYP, Ms. Simay Akar, was also the Vice Chair of Women in Power in 2020. She is the Chief Commercial Officer at Inosis Shanghai Renewable Energy Technology Company Limited in the field of energy storage for renewable energy and electric vehicles. She is also in charge of global marketing and business development initiatives. She has specialized in the solar and renewable energy industry since 2012. Ms. Akar has worked in China and Turkey and mostly focused on international commercial activities, including communication, marketing, sales, investment management, and business development. She has held various positions such as Sales and Marketing Director at Akar Renewable Energy, Business Development and Marketing Director at Goodway Solar, Head of International Marketing Department at Tailson Solar, Business Development and Sales Manager at CSUN Eurasia, Marketing Communication at Skinder Electrical, and Corporate Communication at Arcelec. She is now an IEEE Senior Member, IEEE Volt Graduate, Certified Soft Skills Trainer, METU Alumni Association Energy Commission Member, Turkish Women in Renewables North America License and Sailing Team Member and Licensed Sailor Athlete at the Turkish Sailing Federation. She has served in several volunteering and leadership positions in different areas, including many global committees of IEEE since 2007. Ma'am, your being here is a source of inspiration and encouragement for all of us. We wholeheartedly welcome you to Orion 2.0. With immense pleasure, I invite Ms. Simay Akar to address the August gathering.
Thank you so much for the warm and nice welcome and introduction. I would like to heartily congratulate all the volunteers behind this great initiative and the leaders who are supporting, continuously supporting throughout the generations, this vibrant community of PS Kerala chapter. So like every organization unit of PS Kerala chapter, young professionals, women in power, student chapters, extremely active and just including Orion 2.0, you have made these impactful activities and events and initiatives. So this is really, really remarkable. That just like you're actually touching many people's lives throughout the generations. That's why we have many volunteers actively involved in global communities from PS Kerala chapters as well. So this is actually a story. As I'm this year, as you already highlighted, I have several involvement in IEEE, but probably IEEE PS from the student years was always so important in my life to shape my career future and still help me to upskill and reskill myself to make new decisions in my journey. So this is really important for all the participants, all the volunteers who contribute here. You're making a difference. So that and energy sector is really vibrant as well. So like in my personal story, I joined PS and I ended up in photovoltaic sector and then I actually became an entrepreneur in the battery storage sector. And PS all the times helped me throughout the story. So as a PS young professionals and student chapters, women in power, chapter activities. So we are actually changing people's life. There are a lot of opportunities. So on behalf of PS young professionals, so we actually identify the needs of young professionals who are transiting from, or already in transition from student years through their careers as a young professional in academia or industry, and try to provide opportunities and these kind of impactful initiatives to help everyone, every single member in their journey. And together we are getting stronger, and with these kind of initiatives and activities, so actually we are changing also the world, not just only our own life. So this is your initiative, so important, and thank you so much for all you do. And not just like participants, not just volunteers only, like participants will have an important, remarkable memory in their life, help them to change their life as well. This is a great tool, and I really hope everybody will take a lot of benefits and will have a lot of takeaways from these days and apply to their life and career, and keep contributing and carry these initiatives to other people's life to make an impact. So and this is the second edition of the Orion, so this is actually, you deserve another congratulation, because it's important to make these activities sustainable and continuously help and support the people in this field. And energy transition and clean energy revolution is really important. So we are also transiting. So these kind of activities will help our volunteers, members, or all the people who are interested in energy sector and who are just developing, growing together with us in this sector, will get a lot of benefit from these activities. And as PES, we provide a lot of technical knowledge and support each other, so as a network with all our organizational units. So it's important to find yourself in the right spot throughout your journey in Women Empower, when you're a young professional within the 15 years after your graduation, when you're a student as a student chapter member, and continually support each other in this network. So we learn a lot from all the technical communities and initiatives, and we also support other members in this community. So that's really important to get engaged and for many level throughout these volunteer journey. And energy transition itself brings a lot of opportunities for entrepreneurs, for young professionals, for anyone has new ideas who is willing to actually be part of this transition. And wherever you are specialized, there are a lot of opportunities, not just job opportunities, also business ideas, technology-driven humanitarian fields, lots of things to do. So that's why we have a lot of different initiatives under PES as well to support the professionals and students and young professionals and all the professionals, all the members, wherever they need PES and knowledge and network in this journey. So that's important. So we are changing also the industry itself, not just people's life, not just our world. So industry to have a greener, better world. So we're changing the industry and we're taking our initiative in this role. So that's why it's so important how you organize this impactful event and how you will change many people's lives with this initiative. You deserve a big congratulations again. And thank you so much for this invitation. And I wish a very successful event and lots of takeaways for everyone. And I would like to congratulate all the leaders, PES Kerala chapter leaders and volunteers behind this initiative. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring words.
Moving forward, I'm honored to welcome Dr. Thiago Alencar. Dr. Thiago has supported IEEE in many different positions in IEEE student branch, chapters, section, region, and global levels in the last 12 years. He has the passion to work without borders and make a positive impact on people's lives in a collaborative and interdisciplinary way. A few among the awards received by him include the 2017 IEEE MGA Young Professionals Achievement Award and 2015 IEEE Theodore de W. Hisse Award. Currently, he is the Region 9 Hack Chair, IEEE Region 9 Site Coordinator, and IEEE Hack Communication Committee member. He is also the IEEE PES CSAC Chair, PES Student Branch Coordinator, Committee Membership Development Coordinator, IEEE YP Representative, and PES Student Representative in PES Long Range Planning Committee. Finally, he has the Region 9 PES YP Representative. Also, he was the PES South Brazil Section Chapter Chair for 2 years. In 2014, he was the PSSP chair of Monash University. He was the co-founder for the UFABC IEEE student branch and the first IEEE PES student chapters in the IEEE South Brazil section and IEEE Victorian section. Sir, we are honored to have you with us today. We wholeheartedly welcome you to Orion 2.0. I now invite you to officially inaugurate Orion 2.0 by launching the video and thereby declaring Orion 2.0 open.
Thank you for the amazing introduction. It's my pleasure to be here. It's my pleasure to start this amazing event. I will start to share my screen here. I only need the permission, firstly, please.
Vice Chair, could you stop presenting so that you can present the screen?
Yeah, there you
Also
go.
1 minute.
Sir, now you may present your screen, please.
Share my screen. I believe that I need the permission to share the screen. The button needed to be their own.
Harry, could you just try making him the presenter?
I believe that I need only the hoster needed to allow. Yes, I believe now I can share my screen. Thank you.
Oh, okay, sir. Thank you.
Let me share my screen here with you. Okay. Can you see the screen very well?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and it's my pleasure to start the second Orion event.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for officially inaugurating Orion 2.0. We now request you to deliver the inaugural address.
Thank you. I will share my screen again here with you, with the presentation, only a few seconds. It's my pleasure to be here in Kerala section again after the amazing events that you have organizing for today. And my name is Thiago Alencar, and currently I'm the PES Student Chapter Coordinator globally. And it's amazing to see how faster and how bigger Kerala section become in the previous few years. And nowadays, Kerala section is the largest IEEE society with more chapters in all IEEE societies across the globe. Also, Kerala section is the section with the largest number of PS students and graduate student members. And in the previous years, if you compare with 2021, Kerala section have growth more than 150% based on the amazing inspiration and leadership with PS Kerala chapter, together with young professional, women in power, and student leaders that is organizing these amazing events. And today I invite you to know a little bit more how you can become the next future leaders across the global based on PS student chapter activities. To start the presentation, let's move to the next one. Okay. Firstly, it's really important to you know the environment that you have with PS student chapter globally and how this environment can make your CV unique and outstanding to get the best leadership position in the global, in company, university, research, or with scholarship opportunities, and these amazing skills that's really important when you are a student, and this will be you make a really great difference when you become a young professional. So nowadays you have PS student chapters in many different countries. This is green countries is the countries that you have a PS student chapter globally, and here you can see where we have a PS student chapter, so you can see the amazing network that you have with PS student chapters, and also you can understand a little bit more how the PS family and this amazing network of electrical and energy engineers and science have growth very fast since 2014. In 2014 was implemented the first PS Global Student Congress in Akar, Turkey, and after that the trend of the growth of PS student chapter have increased very fast. By the end of the last year, we had 470 PS student chapter globally. And nowadays, we have 42 PS student chapter in Kerala section. And how we will provide this kind of leadership opportunity and improve the skills of the student in different universities across the globe. We work under the chapters, and also we have several divisions under the PS. We have the VP of membership and image chapters, technical activity, publication, education, meetings, and new initiative. PS is one of the society that provide more opportunity to students with many scholarship, many leadership opportunities to young professional, women power, and students. And today I will talk a little bit only about the chapter side. And this is the PS CSAC organizational chart. And with this chart, we provide leadership opportunity to the future leaders of the society. Because today students are tomorrow leaders in their countries, in their regions, and globally. So nowadays we have the regional coordinators that lead the activity in each region for the PS student chapters. Based on, and in each country we have the country representative. In India we have 3 country representatives that I'll show in a few minutes. And these country representatives are the volunteers that lead the PS student chapters. Also, we have 4 different subcommittee of marketing, communication, award and recognition, and education activity. The key point that I would like to highlight to you that today you are students in the PS student chapters, but after a few years you can become the country representative, regional coordinator, or the next global PS student chapter coordinator too. And nowadays, this is the PS CSAC in India. We have 3 country representatives in north of India, South India 1 and South India 2. This is based on the number of chapters that we have in each part of India. Kerala section have their own country representative, that is Saran, and he was past PS student chapter board member also. And based on their high and outstanding performance, he became the leader of the PS CSAC in Kerala section. And also to you understand a little bit more how this kind of leadership opportunities and and opportunity to improve your skills are delivered by CSAC, we divide the student activities under the PS chapters in 4 different categories: pre-university, PS chapter program, transition from PS student chapters to young professional, and CSAC leadership program. In the pre-university side, you have the HES for Kids that I will show a little bit more in a few minutes, but the main idea is you as a student in university also can inspire the future energy, renewable energy, electrical engineers, that you become the next university student in your country and globally. Also, we have the PS Day celebration. PS Day celebration is a joint initiative that maybe you have heard before between 2 committees of PS Young Professional and PS CSAC. Also, it's really important to highlight that PS Day initiative starts based on student and young professional joint proposal that was submitted to the PS governing board. So, for example, this amazing event that you are going to organize today, or other initiative that you organize in Kerala section, can become the next global initiative based on the performance that you have done. Also, we have the high performance student chapter program that also we don't provide only guideline or leadership opportunity. Also, we provide funding to support the students to deliver their activity in their university. Also, the PS Global Student Congress, that is a main emphasis across the global. Also, we have the national meeting of student branch, PS student chapters, regional meetup, and also we have some initiative to chapter become strong, step events focus on transition to student to young professional, continue education program, and also leadership opportunity. So we help you to be connected with CSAC team position, support you to be connected with PS section chapter opportunity and another committee opportunity. And this is the how you empower the student globally. You now maybe is not a PS volunteer yet, but you can join in your university as a volunteer in the first year. After that, you can become a PS student chapter board member. And after that, based on your results and your performance, you can become the country representative. So you can lead all the chapters in your country. And after that, you can become the regional coordinator or work with section chapters and become a leader in another PS committee. Okay. So this is one amazing opportunity to you also improve your skills and get more visibility and leadership opportunity based on your activities. Also, we have one important initiative that is PS Network Without Borders. That is an initiative that started in 2014 and focus on difficulty of managing IEEE with section with large territory like Kerala section. The goal is to connect members to create projects together, connect students, chapters, section chapters, women empowered, and young professionals in semi-collaborative project. The PS Day is one great example that started under the PS Network without the border initiative. And advance, you can be prepared to become a good engineer in the international environment, and member prepare students to become active in young professional. Only to have one idea, PS is the largest society in number of students, number of female students, number of female graduate student members, a number of female members, professional and student, number of young professional. However, PS is the second largest society yet, but for based on this year trends, we are grow very fast and we have a great chance to achieve more outstanding results in this year. And also we have several social media that later you can access in Facebook, YouTube, Telegram, and also the website of CSAC, where you can have more information about all this amazing opportunity in your career. This is the HES for Kids that I told to you before, is how you as a student can inspire the next engineers in your university and in your city. The idea is chapters can send to us drawings, and we are building one coloring book where volunteers can download and visit the schools to teach about renewable energy topics for kids between 4 and 10 years. These are some examples. Has for kids in Kenya, has for kids in Argentina, Peru, Brazil, India, Sri Lanka. All this activity was driven by students like you that inspired the next generation of engineers. So you can be the transformation of your country in engineer side. Also, we have the PS Global Student Congress, where PS provide travel support to student leaders across the globe to travel and meet each other and be inspired by each other. This was the third PS Student Congress organized in Brazil, where we had more than 133 universities that attend in this conference. Also, in the last year, we had the PS Global Student Congress online with more than 2,300 registration from 78 countries, and was co-hosted by 4 different countries. Also, we have continuing education opportunity. For example, in this competition that we organized in the last year, we empower the students to and invite the students to make proposals for how they can face COVID situation and future pandemic with the renewable energy goals, part of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals. And also, only to have one idea about the impact of the education, this competition had 113 members globally, and more than 800 people from 123 sections that attend globally. So you can see the cities here where we had student, young professional, and professional members that attend in this online training. Also, in the PS, we have several fields that you focus, for example, women power, humanitarian activities, pre-university activities, collaboration with PS section chapters, and education conference, and many other activities that you can take a look here in this slide. That is the main guideline for PS student chapter leaders globally. And only to finalize, like I told to you, the decision that you take today can make a big change in your career and your life in the next few years. For example, with the PS scholarship programs. PS have 6 different scholarships, and I would like to highlight this first one, that is a global scholarship based on leadership of students. This scholarship is to provide leadership master degree scholarship to students that was the past leader of the student activity in their section or in their chapters. Also, that you organize some humanitarian activities in their chapters and have a good academic achievements. So PS provides scholarship to all students that you would like to apply globally. You can apply from different universities. You need to only be part of one university that have one student branch. And PS provide $10,000 to students that would like to apply to receive this scholarship. And also PS provide travel support for students that get this scholarship to attend in the PS regional conference. For example, in Asia, that is Innovation Smart Grid Technological Conference in Asia. So this is only to have an example of the student that received this scholarship. All these students was past PS student chapter volunteers. Barbara in Region 9 in Chile, Megan in the US, Usman he's from Pakistan, and now he's in Canada, studying master degree. In Greek was Zahaz, Zhu from China. So only to finalize, the point that I would like to highlight to you, if you are not PS member yet, you are missing one amazing opportunity to become the next leaders in your career and in the best company in the global, and get scholarship like this in any university that you want, in the US, in German, Australia, in any part of the world. PS is part of your life. Join us and you can make a strong change in your career. And only to remember you, first PS student membership is free, so you can join with this promotional code. Also, you can join the IEEE with 50% of discount or renew your membership. And if you are a PS member and you would like to renew, this also is the promotional code to renew PS membership with 50% of discount. This is the CSAC email if you'd like to ask any question. And thank you for the opportunity and this amazing invitation. Congratulations, Kerala section. Thank you for inspiring us. Congratulations for the board members of PS Kerala section, professional chapter, student leaders, and women power leaders. You are a great inspiration to us to move PS to the next level. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your encouraging words. I'm sure the fellow students who are hearing this now are really inspired and has got a really clear idea about CSAC. Thank you for inaugurating our event.
Thank you.
Moving on. This dynamic woman persona has been an active volunteer. She is an IEEE Richard E. Mervyn Scholar and currently serving as the sub-regional representative of Women in Power, IEEE-PS. She is currently working as an assistant engineer at Tata Consultancy Services, Bangalore, India. She has been an IEEE member for the past 5 years and an active PES young professional. She was involved in IEEE Awards program for 2 years as an outreach volunteer and attended IEEE Vision Innovation Challenges Summit and IEEE Honors Ceremony in 2019. She is also the travel grant recipient of IEEE We International Leadership Conference and also volunteered in VILS Kochi. She has worked with NGOs like Teach for India to educate children in the country and spread awareness about STEM. We are extremely delighted to welcome Engineer Staji Wilson, Vice Student Activities Coordinator, Kochi Hub. Ma'am, we invite you to address the August gathering. Ma'am has just informed us that she is facing some technical issues, so we will be moving on with our next guest. Over to you, Shruti.
Thank you, Alina. That was very unfortunate. Next up, he is currently working as Senior Executive Light Solution Group at Wipro Consumer Care and Lighting. He is also one of the well-known IEEE volunteers of IEEE Kerala section. He has also served as Student Activities Coordinator, IEEE PS Kerala chapter, Student Transition and Elevation Team Lead, IEEE PS YP Kerala, Student Branch Chapter Coordinator, IEEE PELS Joint Chapter Kerala, and is the mentor IEEE PS Student Branch CEK. He was awarded the IEEE PS Outstanding Engineer Award 2020 by IEEE PS Headquarters. He graduated from Cochin University of Science and Technology in the year 2018. During his college years, he served as the chairperson of IEEE SP College of Engineering, Karnatpalli, and played a key role in its revamping. We would now like to invite Engineer Anandhu S. Kumar, Activities Coordinator, IEEE PS YP Kerala, to share a few words about Orion.
Thank you, Shruti, for the introduction. Am I audible?
Sir.
Yes, sir.
So, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending upon your geographical location. It's very happy to be here with the global leaders, Thiago, Simay, and definitely the PS student leadership team of 2021 PS Kerala chapter, Chair Suhair sir, Vice Chair Ajith Gopi sir, Secretary Boby sir, and Sobha Manakkal ma'am, our mentor for YP as well as student activity. So welcome all. So coming to Orion, so when Orion as an initiative in the year 2020, I was the student activities coordinator for PS Kerala chapter. I'm still remembering the initiative coming as a technical as well as managerial for polishing the extra, like their extra things, like what other things other than technical things that can each and every engineering student, especially IEEE members, can achieve through a competition. So at that time, the COVID scenarios was booming around the world. So everyone is going to virtual. So we are initiated the first edition of Orion 1.0. The initiator of that event was Ms. Hamna Sunil, who was our Woman in Power student representative of our PS Student Leadership Team 2020, and Mr. Nidhin BM, who was a student representative in the year 2020. So I'm still remembering, like at that time, this virtual things are not there. So almost, not much familiar with this virtual world. So we have started the registration. We have divided the event as five categories, as Scrabble, Unveil, Sketch, Connect, and I think about more than 600 participants were there in the first edition of our Orion 1.0. So nowadays, our peer student leadership team 2021 come and they are taken the initiative, and the second edition of Orion 2.0 is live now. And the big surprise is the event's participation is doubled, like around 1,200 participants all over the Kerala section. So I'm very happy to be part of Orion 2.0, and the team who was worked behind Orion was a great inspiration for all of them. And this event is exclusively for IEEE members around Kerala section. So all those members can have a great platform to enhance their technical abilities as well as extracurricular activities. Thank you all, and all the best for Orion 2.0. Over to you, Sruthi.
Thank you, sir.
Next, we have Engineer Saran. He is currently working as the junior engineer in the track machines department at Indian Railways. He is one of the most vibrant IEEE volunteers of IEEE Kerala section and is currently serving as the student activities coordinator of IEEE PS Kerala chapter. He graduated from College of Engineering Adur in the year 2018. During his college years, he served as the chairperson of IEEE PS SBC College of Engineering Adur and played a key role in revamping and taking them towards the forefront. He was recognized as a travel grant recipient of the prestigious 3rd Global Power and Energy Student Congress in 2018 during his term as chairperson of IEEE PS SBC College of Engineering Adur. He handled 10+ webinars, including smart grid, substations, electric vehicles, electric power transmission technologies, energy storage technologies for electric vehicles. He had also mentored undergraduate students in their projects and in coordinating several workshops as well as hackathons. We would now like to invite our very own Engineer Saran, Student Activities Coordinator of IEEE PS Kerala chapter, to speak a few words about Orion 2.0.
Thank you, Alina. Thank you so much for your great introduction. So right now I'm at work, so please excuse me. So a warm good evening and good morning and good afternoon to all the persons who have been as the guest, especially to Mr. Thiago Alencar and Simay Akar, and our guidance, support, the senior members, Suhair sir, Ajith, Gopi sir, Boby Phillips, Nafeesa ma'am, and Sobha ma'am, and my dear student leadership team 2021, as well as the 2020 team, the CreateX team, and the PSYP team. A warm welcome to the Orion 2.0 launching. So this is one dream moment after 2 months of planning, from the sleepless nights and continuous effort from all volunteers of IEEE PS Kerala chapter. So I think till now we have got a very great idea of the Orion 2.0. So why this event is because IEEE PS Kerala chapter has a large number of student volunteers, and it is our responsibility and our duty to prepare an orientation session as well as a starting fire to all these volunteers who are interested in IEEE PS Kerala chapter and the Power and Energy Technical Society. So that is where the importance of Orion 2.0 comes, which gives an introduction to all the starting members and as well as the experienced members to focus on the technical aspects as well as the soft skill aspects. So that is why Orion 2.0 is relevant. And who are all behind Orion or the great initiative? So as Anandhu rightly mentioned, I would like to personally thank our previous student leadership team guided by Anandhu S. Kumar, Nitin and Hamna, who have taken up this very great initiative, which empowers the student. And coming to the second version, so when we were in talks, our only, our responsibility was to make the event a bigger platform and better in terms of the quality, which should be ensured to all the IEEE and the PES members of Kerala section. So that is where the planning all began. And I'm very happy to inform you that the current edition is empowered with more than 102 student branch representatives from more than 50 colleges in Kerala, with a participant count of 1,300, more than 1,300. And we have a very strong volunteering team, including the PES Student Leadership Team 2021, followed by the WIP representatives, student branch representatives from more than 35 colleges. So they have been the a very great support to our volunteering activities. And our WIP coordinator, Nafeesa ma'am, who has been providing the continuous guidance and suggestions for the Orion 2.0. Thank you, ma'am. And our Createx team, our intern team of IEEE PS Kerala chapter, who has been greatly supporting us with the designs and the content. I think more than 50 content and designs have been launched during the Orion 2.0 break. So that is a great thing which the Createx team did in supporting the designs and all. And finally, the PSYP Kerala team, who have been associating with the Orion 2.0 in the backside. They have been guiding us. They have been both guiding us as well as in setting up the platforms and the the questions, everything. Let it be the competition, let it be the launching. The continuous guidance from the PSYP team has been a great support. So thank you all volunteers. But personally, I think this is my responsibility to address each and every volunteer of my team or our team, the PS Student Leadership Team 2021. So it is the efforts of all these people that you are going to witness in the next 6 days. So starting with the registration. So as you can see, there was a numerous number of registration count, and this was well handled by Harikrishnan PM and Muhammad Rashid. So these guys have beautifully coordinated with the registration process. And moving on, we actually wanted to associate with startups, and we were looking forward to quality people who can address the competitions, because unless or until there is a quality person behind in evaluating the soft skill and quality assessments, the event will not be fruitful. So that is where we dealt with the companies, and the collaborations and the sponsorships were beautifully handled by Alina and Nandakishore. And moving on, the inauguration and the closing ceremony, to be very specific. So the great coordination that you are seeing right now is well supported by Mr. Akhil and Abhirami and the entire team itself, to be very specific. Then moving on, we have in 4 categories and we have 20 events under that. And each and every person is taking care for a very long time, taking care of the individual events. And specifically, I would like to congratulate Sri Lakshmi V, Aparna Shibu, and Sri Lakshmi KS, who have been delivering their utmost in coordinating with the events, in supporting the team as a whole and maintaining that team spirit and inspiring others. And the crucial thing, or the most hard work behind any event, that is the posters, the videos, and the content. So this is one such area which is happening in the backside, and we forget to appreciate those students and volunteers. So the posters and the videos were beautifully handled. The beautiful posters that you have seen during these 10 or 15 days were the efforts of Kevin, Sanjay, Vaishak, plus the Createx team. So thank you, three guys and the Createx team for giving us very beautiful posters for the Orion 2.0. And moving on, without content, the design will not be complete. And we have very good content, and they were very beautifully proofreaded before launching. So for a very large event like Orion 2.0, without the support of Sasha and Shruti, the content would not have been complete. So thank you, Sasha and Shruti, for your efforts. And the Orion 2.0 website, yes, always the website of IEEE Kerala chapter has been, motivating everyone and inspiring others. So likewise, like the previous year, his consistent efforts have been, implemented even this year. Navaneet, thank you so much for the beautiful website and your contributions in the website, and also the Createx team. And finally, last but not the least, the total coordinators or my daily communication to people, I would say, Vignesh and Devika, the student representatives and the WIP student representatives of IEEE student leadership team. So these guys were, consistently contacting me for the past 1 month, and we were in talks. We had meetings for more than 20 or 25 hours for this particular event. So without you, the total team coordination would not have been possible. And keep inspiring, keep leading Vignesh and Devi, the entire team, and also the PS Kerala chapter Lexicon. And finally, to end with, I would like to thank the subcommittee team, starting off the two vice student activity chairs, that is Renina Rauf, Staji Wilson, and our immediate past student activities chair, Anandhu Kumar, our technical activities coordinator, Anish MS, and our industry relations coordinator, Sham, who have been mentoring and who have been supporting the entire student leadership team in the complete process. Thank you so much. And finally, the senior members and the other live senior members of IEEE Kerala chapter, who paved us the path and showed that this is the right way to move on. Thank you so much, all. And I hope the event will be a great success, and it will be beneficial to all the IEEE and PS student volunteers in Kerala. So to all the participants out there, have fun, learn, and we are very pleased and glad to launch and move on with the second edition of Orion. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Next up, this man is the one who conceptualized, designed, implemented Kerala's first remote solar village electrification project, which brought light to thousands of remote tribal families in the state of Kerala. I cordially invite our next dignitary, Engineer Ajith Gopi, Vice Chair, IEEE PS Kerala Chapter, for the felicitation.
Am I audible? Can anyone confirm?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Dr. Thiago Alencar, our Chief Guest, and Ms. Simay Akar, and our respected guest, our respected Chair, Suhair sir, my colleague Vice Chair, Sobha ma'am, Secretary, PS Chapter, Boby Philip sir, Nafeesa ma'am, the leaders like Saran, Anandhu, Kumar, Staji, Vignesh, and all the leaders, all volunteers. It's a great evening. Warm evening to all of you from me. In fact, Kerala is under lockdown. But I'm just wondering, our inspiring minds of PS volunteers are not under lockdown. They are still inspiring. As Saran was telling, for the last couple of months, they have been working hard for making this happen. Yes, the Orion second edition. So you couldn't see that this kind of inspiration and coordination and vibrancy in any of the professional chapters here. So that may be the reason behind the success of our great IEEE PS chapter. So that brings the success of more than 3,000 student members, more than 10 live senior members, more than 90 senior members, more than around 200 professional members. So it has become the biggest professional society chapter in the world. So this is an opportunity for us, again, and even in the atmosphere of pandemic. So grateful to all the young volunteers and all the leaders who have been tirelessly working to make this happen. I understand that we have 6 days of amazing events. As Anandhu and Saran was pointing out, you have a lot of fun around. So I would like to attend some of the events and hear what you guys are doing. So with that note, I'm not taking much of my time, but much of your time. But it's like, as a concluding note, I would like to say that this kind of opportunity, my young leaders and engineers, you utilize this opportunity, like to make. We need leaders. We need a lot of engineers in the power and energy sector. See, we are as I initially pointed out, we are facing a lot of challenges. On 5th of June, we are commemorating the World Environment Day. So in the midst of all the pandemic and in the midst of the big challenge the humanity is facing, the climate change. See, in the last week itself, we faced 2 storms, severe storms in India. So we have to be resilient to face all these situations. We have to be resilient to face the pandemic. We have to be resilient to make systems dynamic, to make our humanity again wonderful, sustainable. So what to say? These are the events, I think, inspiring events you guys make to organize, to inspire all of us, to inspire the global community. Of course, we have the responsibility as becoming the biggest professional network. We do have the responsibility to inspire the world. A lot of young engineers will be looking at us, how we are role modeling and how we are framing up solutions to the humanity. So we need a lot of disaster management solutions because, we face a lot of challenges in these days, and the challenges coming from the technology arena also. I'm coming from the renewable energy area where I'm working for the last 30 years. I could see that the explosion happening in that industry in terms of blockchain, in terms of distributed generation, in terms of virtual power plants, in terms of advanced forecasting. Couple of maybe 10 years back, the forecasting accuracy was something around only 8%. See, the recent conferences I attended, it was something like coming down to 2%, even for solar forecasting or for wind energy forecasting. With that kind of advancing forecasting tools, advancing technologies coming around, we can make this world a wonderful world for the humanity. So this is what I wanted to tell in this fine evening. Thanks again for inviting me, and my congratulations to the whole organizers led by Saran, Anandhu, Staji, and all other volunteers. Thank you once again. My best wishes for the wonderful events happening from today onwards. Thank you again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your kind words.
Dr. Sobha Manakkal is a dynamic woman persona and an active volunteer. She has served as the Triply head of the department for various colleges across Kerala. She played a vital role in initiating the student branch in Mohandas College of Engineering and Technology, Thiruvananthapuram. In 2018, she received $2,000 as member-driven initiative in order to organize a women empowerment program. Currently, she is working as the head of Triply department at Nehru College of Engineering and Research Center, Pambadi. We now invite Dr. Sobha Manakkal, Vice Chair, IEEE PS Kerala Chapter, for the felicitation.
Very good day to one and all. So I am extremely happy to be in this virtual environment for the grand opening of Orion 2, along with eminent personalities including Thiago, Alencar, Simay, Akar, and our most beloved chairperson of IEEE PS Kerala chapter, Suhair sir, my colleagues, Professor Ajith, Boby, Nafeesa, and the young team, Staji Wilson, Anandhu, Saran, Vignesh, and a long list. In fact, this Orion, I know I'm very much aware of the effort and cautious efforts that has been made by the volunteering team for the past several days. Because every half an hour, I used to have one video or one poster which is being sent by the students for the final approval. And every time I'm getting a poster, it is better than the previous one. So day and night, the whole volunteering team was working behind. And that is the reason why this Orion is going to be a great success. And this is simply the reason why the membership in PES team is just doubling, or in fact, it is becoming 10 times more than what it had been around 5 years back. This much effort is being made by the volunteering team to make sure that each and every member of IEEE PS Kerala is benefited out of this membership. So I can understand that it is definitely a 6-day event with a lot of participants, and a great effort has been made by the volunteering team to ensure that good evaluators are being selected for each and every competition, so that the quality of the competition is going to be really proven, and the students are definitely going to benefit out of it. So I wish all success to the entire event, and I'm sure next year we are going to come out with Orion 3 with more vigor and happiness, in spite of all the situations, bad situations around. In fact, disappointing news we are hearing. This is only perhaps, this young team is only perhaps keeping us in cheer, and I wish all success to this program, and thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your kind words.
A senior lecturer and an associate professor in electrical engineering at Sri Chitra Tirunal College of Engineering, Trivandrum, Dr. Boby Philip completed his B.Tech from RIT Kottayam, M.Tech from College of Engineering, Trivandrum, and did his PhD in electrical engineering at IIT Kharagpur. We would now like to invite Dr. Boby Philip, Secretary, IEEE PS Kerala Chapter, for the felicitation.
I think sir's mic is muted. I think it's okay now.
Am I audible now?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Yes,
okay.
sir.
Thank you for confirming. So good evening to one and all. Our distinguished chief guest today, Ms. Simay Akar, PES YP Chair, Dr. Thiago Ribeiro, Chairperson, IEEE PS CSAC, our respected Chair, Kerala Chapter, Suhair sir, Vice Chairs, Sobha Manakkal Madam, and Ajith Gopi sir, Student Activities Coordinator Saran, YP volunteers Anandhu Kumar and Staji Wilson, and student team. First of all, I congratulate our student activities coordinator, Engineer K.S. Saran, and his student team for bringing out this wonderful program, the second edition of this wonderful program. And he has rightly pointed out, as the number of student members in our chapter is quite high, and it is always remarked by our chapter chair that we should actually conduct programs and activities aimed at giving something new to the youngsters in our society. So, taking inputs from him, the other members of the team plan several events related to the students, and also our Women in Power, of course, led by Professor Nafeesa K, the Women in Power coordinator. This team is also coordinating with this event. And this, as said by the speakers before me, this event has turned out to be one of the popular events with nearly 1,300 plus participants this time, registered participants this time. Last year, if I am correct, it was around 600 or 700 in that range. And last year, when the program itself, it was conceived as during a difficult time. The entire world was actually pondering on how to handle the situation, and suddenly our student community found it was shocking that they could, their ways of communicating with each other, and their days which they could have spent in campuses interacting with their colleagues, they lost those beautiful days. So they were wondering how to think or how to bring about a change in that situation. In fact, I think this Orion in fact, coordinated by Hamna Sunil, as mentioned by Anandhu Kumar, came as a solution for this difficult situation. And we could see the enthusiasm and the interest with which the students participated, and the outcomes were very much impressive. Their participation and their contributions and the quality of works or outputs from those competitions, etc., were exemplary. So really, it was really appreciated by the student community. In fact, modeled on this event, other societies also planned similar events, and that gives us a sense of pride as members of IEEE Kerala chapter. And at this time also, they have taken great many efforts and a variety of programs. You have already seen the brochures and all, spanning nearly 4 or 5 weeks. In fact, preparations go beyond that also. As Saran was rightly telling, 24 hours they had, entire day, in one way or other, they were engaged with the activities. And this, again, in the second time also, we had this difficult situation of a pandemic again coming. And again, this time also, they have a variety of programs to attract students. And I congratulate the entire student team for such great initiatives and novel ideas that they bring. All these are actually very received by the student community, and not only in Kerala but beyond Kerala section also. Other students from other parts of the country and the world also are interested, have evinced interest in participating in such events. I congratulate all of them. I congratulate K.S. Saran and the design team especially. They were bringing out, as Sobha ma'am was telling, very good content, and the quality of such posters and all, which were improving day by day. And I wish them all the success in the coming days. And this will prove to be yet another feather in the cap of IEEE Kerala chapter, led by our senior respected Suhair sir. And I wish all the team members a very, very great program. And in the coming days, we will see it again, and we'll be seeing in the coming days again. Thank you, and wishing you all a very great evening. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your warm and kind words.
Next, I would like to invite Ms. Devika Muralidharan, Women in Power Student Representative of IEEE PS Kerala Chapter. She is also the Chairperson of IEEE SPS and IAS SBC MESCE to deliver the vote of thanks.
Am I audible, Alina?
Yes, Devika.
So thank you for your warm words, Alina. So good evening to one and all. Now we are in the end of the inaugural ceremony of Orion 2.0, and I would like to convey my vote of thanks for each and everyone who made this event possible. What we today witness is a beginning of the 5-day visual technical extravaganza organized by IEEE's Women in Power Community of Kerala Chapter in association with IEEE's Kerala Chapter, exclusively for the IEEE members across Kerala section. To start with, we have our esteemed guest, Dr. Thiago Alencar, Chairperson, IEEE's CSAC, and Ms. Akar, Chairperson, IEEE's Young Professional, and also our special guest, Engineer Staji Wilson, Sub-Regional Representative of IEEE's Women in Power. Unfortunately, she couldn't join today's session. An immense thanks for all the great words and the insight on our entire event, which is a great inspiration to all the volunteers and the participants who has been engaging in this event. Next is my sincere thanks to PS Kerala Chapter. To start with, I would like to thank Engineer Suhair, Chairperson IEEE's Kerala Chapter, Dr. Sobha Manakkal, Vice Chairperson IEEE's Kerala Chapter, Engineer Ajith Gopi, Vice Chairperson IEEE's Kerala Chapter, and Dr. Boby, Secretary IEEE's Kerala Chapter. And also, I would like to thank Nafeesa, Women in Power Coordinator of IEEE's Kerala Chapter. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir, for all your support to make this event a wonderful one. I would like to thank my team for your selfless support, PS Student Team 2021, and especially the Content and Design Team, as all has mentioned before, for your wonderful support. And next, the Women in Power SPC Representative Community. Thank you, guys. Our Createx interns, the PS 5P Kerala volunteers, and also the previous student team, that is the PS Student Team 2020, and especially Vignesh Harida, Student Representative, IEEE's Kerala Chapter, to make this event possible. These are the people who has an active contribution and is the backbone of our entire event. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Engineer K.S. Saran, Student Activity Coordinator, PS Kerala Chapter, for leading us through this right track, and Engineer Anandhu S. Kumar, Activity Coordinator, PS YP IEEE's Kerala Chapter, for setting us a legacy to follow. And I would like to thank the participant who has made us reach the landmark, that is twice the previous year registration count. So as you all know, we have 20 events and exciting prizes loading. So thank you guys, and see you in the events afterwards and the closing ceremony. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Devika.
Now, we have reached the end of our inaugural ceremony of Orion 2.0. But before we wind up, I request all of you to turn off your cameras for a virtual photograph session. I request Vaishak to take the virtual photograph. Everyone, please turn off your cameras. Turn on your cameras.
Everyone, please turn on your cams. Vice Chair, could you take the virtual photograph?
Everyone, please.
I think I'm having some technical difficulties, and it would be great if someone else could try it.
Okay, let me see. It's not an issue. So everyone turn on your cams. We can take a virtual photograph.
You have to make them in the panelists to on the camera. Some of the participants.
Yes. And Devika, make sure you have a countdown so that everyone can be opposed, by the way.
Everyone is okay. We can take it right now. So 3, 2, 1. Everything's perfect right now.